All right, this is capturing what is the evidence of state surveillance inside of the private space, okay? This is just another iteration of the same thing. You see it on my ceilings in my bedroom, and then you're looking at and remembering what demons such as Precious Bastillos of 1812 North Alvarado Street monitoring you in plain sight, while that demon-possessed and corrupt law enforcement agency are outwardly exhibiting demon possession pacing around in a helicopter in the environment where the light source is remaining. Again, this light activity having nothing to do with even the presence of the light source. Neither does any of the light activity on all over the property. None of it is sunlight. You're witnessing what is the demonic, and that's speaking to that. And I want you to see the light source that's over my apartment now. There's a light source there, and this is shade, and then you're looking at light that's on the ceiling. All right, and this is the evidence that is not separate from what Juan Carlos is engaging in, walking into my office, engaging what is group stalking through the place of employment of the targeted individual. That's not the sun that's hovering over me at my office, that's the light source. You also know that because it's documented maintained presence, not over on this day in 2022 at Fontana Lewis Library, but at the same time you have at 11:24, which is the video that I just captured the substance of, speaking to the maintenance of engineered light appearing in my hotel room, the light source outside of that hotel room, which I captured on video. This is the engineered light that the entity is stalking you in, all right? And these are demons that are doing that. And this is direct evidence against Thomas Garza. This is direct evidence against the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department, who are also captured engaging in the same exact criminal system. It is not just speaking to this demon that's engaging in surveillance in a laundry room, as pathetic as she is. She's a violent sex offender. She's going back to Korea, where she came from. The entity is engaging in what is criminal conduct as an entity, and there is no aspect of that pattern of conduct that is separate or distinct. They are acting as one. And this is speaking to all of the aspects and the demonic methods of surrounding you with what is impossible light activity while they are maliciously maintaining presence in your path, all of which you are supposed to remain ignorant of. And upon enforcing your rights, upon having some instinct that you are being pursued, that you are subject to what is people following you whose names and identity you may not even recognize, because you're going to have a gumption, if you will, of that. The entity intends to criminally defame you while engaging in what is this psychotic behavior, stalking you with light. How do you articulate this? Okay, this is what defines definition. This is intended, by the way, to cause the targeted individual to question their own sanity, to terrorize you, to scare the crap out of you, in other words, to put it in layman's terms. That's terrorism. Terrorism via directed light. This is not separate from what's going on at the courts. This is exactly the criminal conduct that's underway, and those are demons that are sitting on benches. Demons are calling themselves a part of the public defender's office. Demons are part of the district attorney's office. They're making up names such as F. Ramos, who was not a bar member, not a part of the West Valley Division, where this entity that is monitoring in this manner, stalking in helicopters day and night, engaging in what is kidnapping, engaging in what is kidnapping via the demon-possessed sheriff's departments, who are also documented engaging in group stalking and monitoring and exhibiting demon possession, are then engaging in what are handing you over to the courts, who are also in the specific environment, exercising fictitious authority. This evidence goes against an entity. All right, and you're reminded of that. It's 11:55 in the morning. There's no sun that's going to be over the San Bernardino Sheriff's, that too. But the San Bernardino Superior Court at 12:47 in the afternoon, ever. It's not the natural environment. This is not the natural environment. It is the P.O.C. that San Bernardino Superior Court is squarely surrounded in. And that's why they engage in what are highly egregious criminal acts, which are obstruction of justice. And the demons sitting on the bench in the courts, what they do is they facilitate through what is the criminal abridgment of your constitutional rights. That's how they facilitate this system of terrorism and state surveillance. This is evidence against the entirety of the entity. It's currently 11:56 a.m. where you're looking at this light activity, and this is nothing other than an ongoing iteration of the same. You saw light activity illuminated on my bedroom wall in the depths of my apartment while the light source was outside of this window. You're looking at engineered light on my ceiling while the entity's light source is above the building. All right, it has nothing to do with the light source, and it's not different. All of this light activity you see covering the ground, it's all engineered light. This is revealing what is made manifest to you, the reality of the demon-possessed who surround, actually. All right, and they're not engaging in what is levitating and speaking gibberish in order to make themselves obvious. Now, demon possession is very common, demonic activity is very common, and it has a criminal objective in this country. For some reason, the government that's practicing demonic activity wants to keep you under surveillance, those that are not of that condition. And that's something that you need to be aware of, because it is a matter of public safety. The behavior that's being exposed while this criminal system is being documented and prosecuted, it poses a matter of public safety to those in this country. That's what you need to pay attention to. It's the light source right above my apartment. This is P.O.C. This is the same hillside where the entity engaged in a demonic imitation of a sunrise. All right, on this day in 2022, the light source remains over the Fontana Lewis Library. And at 1:17 p.m., at 1:45 p.m., at 2:47 p.m., the documented maintenance of the light source where the Fontana Police Department are engaging in group stalking upon criminal summoning and the manufacturing of what are false allegations, because this sex offender is monitoring me inside of a bathroom, inside of the state facilitating venue of the Fontana Lewis Library where the light source is over me on that day. That's POC.